I spent the winter romanticizing the small sounds of silence, between the way my coffee dripped in the afternoons to the way I cleaned up my mess each evening. The basks of sunlight that would fill my bedroom for short periods of time made hibernating feel right. The way the shine fell behind the hills too early never felt the way it does in books. Long nights grew cold and my temper boiled over by the thoughts darkness brings from time to time. I'll say that I enjoyed connecting with myself for a while, but we all know the tale as old as... I was happy to not do, but by not doing, I grew distant from myself, from others, from the world I once knew. Each winter, I'm faced with the taste of nothingness, unless I find ways to keep busy or eager or yearning for neither. I think my days of complaints deserve a break from the quietness. Hello spring, it's Bianca. I am very looking forward to your season, but I actually need a few things from you, spring. Here are the things that I would love this spring. Starting off with, I would love to be open to more newness. I guess what I mean by that is sometimes I fall into rut because of my do-it-yourself attitude, and I feel like a fresh start begins with the season of rebirth. The newness should be exciting, and I am always seeking that part of my brain that allows me to adapt to that thought quickly. Like, I want more creativity and inspiration. I love how my ideas turn into things and thoughts that we could look back on, but I feel like I've lost my art in expressing myself by trying to grow before trying to share. I'm actually gonna pivot for a second, and the springtime to me means going in with an open mind and an open heart. Your aura and whether or not you want to change, elevate, or be more in tune with it. I just want to do like a quick little exercise, and you guys are of course welcome to join me on this to kind of welcome spring into our lives. So let's begin. Notice the different colors in your home. Ask yourself why you decorated each room with those colors. What were you aiming to achieve? I'm just gonna look around my room, and I have 2 black walls and 2 burgundy walls, and they both sit opposite of each other. Of course, the rest of my room, like you guys always see, I have my like teal turquoisey dresser, and it's also gold, and it used to be cream, but I decided that the cream was not for me anymore a few years ago, and I DIY'd that on my channel. My bed is always like kind of white, cream, pastel-y pink. My headboard's like gray blue, and then of course I have like little bells and whistles on top of it. I think my room is actually quite colorful despite how dark and like Victorian-esque-ish, modern Victorian it kind of looks. I guess I was aiming to achieve is a space of comfort and clarity. Over the years I feel like I've added a lot more colors that make sense to me, opposite of color wheels to things. So like at one point I felt like my room had a little too much blue, so I started adding reds and oranges. Those, just like the aura wheel, the color wheel is very similar, at which the opposites likely attract. Notice how in each room affects the way that you feel, because those feelings will be reflected in your aura. But a very funny example that sometimes you walk into like your friend's house and you just like feel so cozy and so like yay, because maybe they have like a lot of throw blankets and they're all different colors, and you just feel like you have like one space in like a childhood basement situation where like something felt right because like the colors and the excitement and the feels and the textures and all like the coziness that came with it just feels good. Like I feel that way when I walk into a library. Like I'm from New York City, so we have so many public libraries, and some of them are like underfunded, and some of them just feel like very, it still feels so nostalgic because all the books have so many colors to them, and all the shelves are just like these deep wooded like brown. There's like older carpet, but like it smells like a library, and you feel kind of like you're a kid again. All the aisles feel very different. Like if you walk from history to poetry, they just feel different, and you're always like, I don't understand why like this, I'm so drawn to this. You're drawn to something because the aura is reflected of it. The feelings are the first things that you will notice most when you start to see auras and interpret them. Yay, I just hope that you guys could practice that while you also welcome spring with me. I want my outfits to represent femininity, the dress up, the playing pretend, the styling as if your inner child is leading the way. I actually haven't wanted to go on vacation in a while, but I would love to feel settled and finished in the home that I already have. For the last few months, I've been trying to deep clean, straighten up, and organize my life in my late grandparents' house. And honestly, the chores feel never ending. It's hard to press restart on a place that you feel like you've lived for your entire life. You know, it's that mix between, okay, this is practical, and okay, when do I feel like I can deep sigh and just start anew? I honestly think that's why I'm so engulfed in the idea of moving thousands of miles away, just to feel like I'm beginning again. Like, I love where I'm at, don't get me wrong, and I am so grateful for these walls around me, the roof over my head, although sort of encaved in cobwebs at the moment. But I'm tired of chasing a feeling that I feel like I may only get in a quote-unquote new space. That's why I am declaring the spring as my new space. Whether it be new ways to freshen up old things, new thought patterns to break old habits, new cities to call home, new opportunities in my career, in my friendships, in my partnerships, and relationships with those who share the same interests as I. New YouTube videos that help me grow personally and maybe a little less analytically, even though they both would be nice. So make sure you're subscribed. Seasons is not something that everybody gets to experience, and I think that's my favorite part about living in the Northeast. You get it all, and I am so grateful for having it all, but at the same time there comes those balances of like where your emotions lie every time the seasons change. I never used to love spring this much, but oh my gosh, it's like the only way to describe it is how I kind of said in the beginning of this diary entry. That first whiff of like sunlight, oh my gosh, it awakens like a fire inside of you that you want to just live again. It feels good and it feels great. I just want so much more out of life every time a new season rolls around. I really am enjoying the act of treating the seasons like new chapters in my own personal story. And hopefully you guys do too, and you can kind of incorporate that into whatever you feel like you're going through. Alls I know is that I want to feel the way we all feel on that first spring day when the sun is hitting your skin just right and the outfit you're wearing is the correct amount of comfort and your mind is in a good place and the friendships you have feel wholesome and special and the winter's blues are way past you and nothing you can touch will go cold because the way you romanticize the changing of the seasons has saved you once again. As the rain comes down while I edit this, I just wish you guys such a beautiful transition into the spring season. I hope you took like a little bit of something from this video diary and kind of romanticized your life a little bit, because you know what? That's what I'm going to be doing from now on. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Please make sure you're subscribed and I'll see you later. Bye!